Konami Studios. Justice League issue 61. Weird to be like in a Justice League book. I haven't read all of the last one of this, but now Bendis is doing his big thing here. Makes sense. We have to keep Bendis happy, I'm assuming. You know, if we want him off Superman, we should just give him Justice League. Not like it's a flagship title in itself, too. I don't know. This was a fine book. It was really fast and loose in the way it did itself. There's a lot of times where I'm like, did we need that extra word bubble in here, Bendis? Did every character have to say a line in this book for something? I don't think so, but that's just where we are. Whatever. It didn't take away or detract from the story. I'm just like, there's a lot of word bubbles in here, and that's not a bad thing. I'm just like, there's so many moments where I think you could have said more with less, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Last issue, the Justice League headed to Naomi's old Earth, and this issue, they're trapped in there or something. They're all separated, and we have to figure out how to get the team back together. So we open up, we see Brutus is talking to some weird lady chick, and she's looking like Grail, but I don't think it is Grail. She just looks like her, and she's like, you're using up so many resources to take yourself to this planet. Is it worth going back? And Brutus is like, of course it is. It's so good. We should go there. It's the best. This Brutus is a little more casually spoken than the one we saw in the past two issues, which is fine. Back at his home turf, he's going to talk a little different. Makes sense to me. But it's the world that he wants. It's the world that's probably going to be best for his people. So they're going to go there. But this lady's like, I think some people followed you. So we see the events of all the other Justice League members and where they end up. We start with Dinah, and she just kind of shows up. She's looking for everyone. Gets attacked by some marauder-looking people. She uses her powers and accidentally goes a little harder than she expected. And she's like, oh, that wasn't good. I guess we're going to have to figure out something from there. We cut to see Batman finds Naomi, and he takes down some of these creatures to save Naomi, and she starts to kind of have a panic attack. And I like this scene. It was very in character. It worked pretty well for everything I know Bendis wants to do with her, which is nice. So she's having a little bit of a panic attack. She's trying to calm herself down. There's something weird going on with her hands that she can't take all this stuff happening. So Batman's just looking at her hands, and instantly he just goes, Ducktales. She's like, what are you talking about? Ducktales. And it calms her down. She's able to refocus her thoughts. And I'm like, dude, what? Okay? Does that work? Is that something that you did with one of your children, Bendis? Because I'm not going to be surprised if it is. I'm just like, really? Okay. DuckTales. Not where I was expecting to get a DuckTales reference. But here we are. Weird. It's kind of cool to know that Disney exists in the DC universe. I think there's just some irony in that. It's really fun. So they figure it out. They got to find the rest of their team. We see Superman just floating around through the skies, trying not to blow everyone up with his eyes because they're going a little haywire. Brutus comes in to attack him. And we're like, cool, man. The artwork, again, it looks just amazing. It's so crisp and clean, and the colors are great. It feels very cool. For some reason, a lot of the current DC books that I'm reading, they use it the colors pink and orange and purple really well. Wonder Woman's doing it, Batman's doing it, this Justice League book's doing it too. They just use these bright colors, and it's looking really cool. I got to say, I'm really enjoying that. So Superman's kind of getting kicked around by Brutus. We see Oliver Queen wakes up somewhere. One of the Marauders takes his bow and arrow. They try to shoot him, but it's laced to his fingertips, so it can't do anything. And he gets it back. Then we get a weird scene where Aquaman's in an abandoned building, and it looks like he just dies. And I'm like, what? What? This scene just made me go, okay, everybody's figuring out how to fight these guys, but Aquaman just randomly emerges in some place and dies, and we get the shadow of somebody coming to pick him up. I'm like, what the hell's happening? He's probably not dead. Of course he's not dead. Why would Aquaman be dead? Kendra finds Dinah. They're able to figure some stuff out. They find Ollie. They see Superman come crashing down, and Black Adam comes in to save him. And I'm like, this is cool. This is cool. Now, I'm skipping a lot of the dialogue pieces between all of the characters, because like I said at the beginning, there's certain pages for everyone where I'm like, you have at least 10 word bubbles in just one panel, and I'm like, do you really need that many? It's not, again, it's not taking anything away from the story, but it's you can say more with less sometimes. I think you could do that. But then Black Adam shows up. It looks pretty dope. Kicks him around a bit. So Batman's like, okay, guys, I guess we're going to go on a mission now. If anybody feels their powers getting out of whack, just stop using them, take a breather, sit out of this fight, and we'll figure everything out. So Superman and Black Adam are kind of defeated by Brutus. I guess because he's on his home turf now, he's able to take him out, and the rest of our Justice League is here to attack him. That's the book. There's not a lot to it, which is fine. You know, we're on this place, everyone's coming together to do the big fight with Brutus again. You don't need much more than that, and I'm not going to complain about what we got here, because it's consistently the book, and I think that's fine. I don't have much to say on that. It's a good issue. It's a solid issue, I should say. I don't know if it's good. It's pretty solid. It's in par with the other two books, which is nice to see, and the characters act in character. Aquaman just fucking dies for some reason. He's not dead, but you guys get what I mean. Then we get our Justice League Dark backup book, which is still very fun. It didn't capture my interest as much as the other ones. We open up where we see Ragman fighting some of these creatures from the book. Zatanna Man just to like send them back into like this fairy tale that they are from. And our characters start to realize, in order to do the right thing here, we are going to need to go to a certain place that we don't really understand. And they're headed away. They're taking a trip across the pond pretty much to say, they're going to figure out, okay, we got to meet these right people to do the right thing here. Looks like our Justice League Dark's going international. And they head to this location because all these creatures are from books, and obviously Merlin's trying to use like the book from his past to bring his powers back into prominence. So they head to the Library of Babel, or Babel. I don't know how you'd pronounce it, if it's different in this in the book or something. I don't know. But basically they need to find a man who's like the keeper of the books, the man of the book. And we get a nice end reveal of this man who I swear I know who this is, but for the life of me I can't remember their name. This man sitting in the library, all these like creatures are walking around him, putting books on shelves and everything. He's got a bunch of like arms coming out of him in the shape of like picture books and pages and stuff. Obviously this is a character from something before. I just can't pinpoint where they're from. I swear I know this guy, but I'm like, okay, the man of the book. Okay, very cool stuff. It's fun. Like, this issue was really solid. The colors are fantastic. They just look unique and vibrant, and the characters are just coming back together after being separated. Kind of a filler issue, but there's nothing wrong with a good filler issue. Brutus could get annoying. He probably will in the next one. I don't know. I'm just like, okay, this storyline, it's fine, Bendis, but I'm very curious to see what you're going to do after this. That is where I think I'm going to be more drawn to when it comes to your type of storytelling. So, Justice League issue number 61, I am going to give a 6 out of 10. Now, thank you guys for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, at Patreon, at Twitter, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have fun, stay safe. Good luck.